Hi, this is Deb from Deb's Days Designs, and I'm back today with another vintage camper project. If you were with us a little while back, you saw the camper bunting and the coaster or mug rug. Well, today we're making this vintage camper trivet or potholder or hot pad. These vintage camper projects would go great with our vintage farm truck projects we've done before. How cute would it be to have a truck and trailer paired up? Before I get started, I publish new content frequently, so be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And check out the blog at debsdays.com, where you'll find plenty of sewing and crafting projects. It's also where you'll find a link to the written version of this project with step-by-step instructions, cutting measurements, photos, and the printable camper templates. And since it's a digital download pattern, you can get started on your very own vintage camper project today. I've added a link in the description below this video. Alright, let's get this project started. Along with your regular sewing supplies, for this project you'll need fabrics for the camper and for the applique pieces, cotton batting or Insulbright, basting spray, pinking shears, and of course the printable template. First, place a strip of bottom camper fabric and a strip of top camper fabric together with the right sides of the fabric facing each other. Stitch along the long edge using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Press the seam towards the darker fabric. Place the camper fabric piece with the right side of the fabric facing down. On top, place the 2 layers of batting or the batting and Insulbright. Fold the other half of the fabric over on top of the batting with the right side of the fabric facing up. Match up the middle seams on the front and back pieces of fabric and use basting spray or pins to hold the layers in place. Cut out the paper templates and arrange the camper on the fabric a 1/2 inch from the fabric's edge, making sure the dotted line is aligned with the fabric's middle seam, and pin it in place. Rough cut around the camper about 1/2 inch from the template's edge. Now if you're making a second camper, make sure you've left enough space on the fabric to fit a second template before you do any cutting. Stitch the camper by sewing around the outside of the template very close to the edge of the paper. Make sure your needle is in the down position when you're pivoting at the points. Use the tire, window, and door templates to cut out fabric pieces and arrange them on the camper. You can use a glue stick to provide a temporary hold if you'd like. Secure in place by stitching around the raw edges of each of the fabric pieces with a blanket stitch, a zigzag stitch, a satin stitch, or a straight stitch. I like to try out different stitch lengths and widths on fabric scraps before I start working on the piece. If you'd like to add any additional quilting, this would be the time. Use pinking shears or a pinking blade to trim a 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch outside the stitching line. And just like that, we've made ourselves a fun kitchen trivet for our home kitchen or our camper kitchen. If you'd like to see more projects like this one with digital patterns you can print at home, check out the blog at debsdays.com. I've added a link in the description below this video. See you next time with another project.